I travel a lot these days, thousands of miles, meeting a lot of new people, meeting with a lot of military veterans. It feels like it's getting bigger every trip that I take, and it feels like a movement is growing.
When I left the Navy on a Friday and started working on Wall Street on a Monday, I was really kind of thrown into the lion's den. I watched a lot of my compatriots getting out of the military overcommit really early to what they thought were going to be really great careers. And it seemed like there was just such a lack of information out there about what the opportunity set that existed for them.
VetTechTrek got started when I was transitioning from the military myself. I felt like there was an incredible amount of guesswork, especially for people getting out of the military. The only preparation they had for jumping into a new way of life was the military-sponsored transition assistance program. And for me, that just wasn't enough, and that someone needed to make a change. So what we do is we're a nonprofit that places military veterans into tech companies. And we provide experiential recruiting visits for military veterans and their spouses. And we take them inside of 8 to 10 tech companies in a really short period of time, typically 2 days. We've been to 5 cities. We've talked to over 150 hiring professionals inside of 50 of the world's biggest tech companies. And on this last visit alone, we visited Gusto, Lever, Airbnb, Optimizely, Quora, WePay. When I go inside of these companies with veterans, it opens their eyes to what's possible.
This is an opportunity. It's information that I never had 2 days ago, and now I feel like I have a really good understanding of what the possibilities are for me, and now I can really drive toward that in my career search. And that's how VetTechTrek was born.
We ended up partnering with Y Combinator, the world's best seed fund. For me personally, was a dream come true because I've followed a lot of the companies that have been created through their seed fund. Companies like Dropbox, Airbnb, Stripe, Reddit.
It's a very tight-knit community, very much like a family. Many people in that first batch of YC are still involved with YC today.
We unlocked a world that was previously unknown to these veteran founders, and we gave them exclusive access inside of Y Combinator. But equally, the feedback that we heard from Y Combinator was this was one of the most diverse and high-achieving groups that they had ever been around before. People that had backgrounds from being a Navy SEAL, to women who had won Bronze Stars in combat, to Rhodes Scholars. But they're all veterans, and it was an incredibly diverse and representative group. When I talk to investors who want to find the best people in the world for the startups that they've invested in, and their motivation is to find a reliable pipeline that they can draw from and consistently bring into their hiring process. They want to find out what are the best sources to hire veterans in a repeatable and logical way. The one thing that I say is the most important thing about what a veteran brings is they will tell you exactly what you need to know, when you need to know it, and that they can achieve repeatable success with very, very minimal training. There's a huge base that's already been built up. And finally, vets are socialized. Whether you've been in for a year or you've been in for 10 years, at some point along that timeline, you will have always led other human beings. And that's an incredibly important skill that you can't find in many other places in the world.
We try to understand people's motivations and what makes them tick and what it is that they're really passionate about, and we would like to help them come up with a career plan by really providing information and opportunities and resources for folks.
The future of VetTechTrek is incredibly exciting, and the velocity at which we're getting people hired today is 3 or 4 times faster than it was a few months ago. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in the coming year.